Hamtech, welcome back to my learning videos. We've got the Insta360 Pro version and we're just going to go through some of the modes that you can select. The first one is the one you'd probably use the most. It's called Auto Mode. It will use both gimbals, so look at this as one gimbal just here, and then by the camera head you've got another gimbal there, so both will turn. And you'll see there in auto mode as we go round, we can just film, see what the gimbal does in auto mode. It will follow the user and pan and tilt. If we swipe with a semicircle like that, it will move to the next one. That's follow mode, and it says it on your device as well, on the camera view. This is the same as auto mode, but it's faster. So if people are moving quickly, then it's going to keep up with them a lot better. If we move along to the next one, pan follow mode, the bottom gimbal is locked. This one's locked. Of course, you can still use your joystick there to go right and left, up and down. That's working. And then as we call my dog, Mazzy, come! Mazzy, come! See my dog there if you want to film her. And as I move, it's going to stop that juddering when you're moving your feet, when you're walking, that up and down sort of juddering that's happening. And that works very nicely. Now FPV mode, which is the next one, just here, that's going to allow everything to move. It's going to almost be like you're flying. Remember, you've got your recording button here, just press that. If you want to switch from camera to video, just press this button here 3 times and you change to video or camera, the one with the 2 arrows. You can also just press it once and the camera will go from the front camera to the back camera. If you press it twice, it will switch portrait and horizontal, landscape. Now if we just press the trigger once, just here, this one here, it will start to track me. So I've got it tracking me at the moment. I'm having to go down low just to get away from the glare of the sun here. But if we, as we move around, and this is why they call it 360. You can see it's following me, no problem at all. Even if I get further away, it will follow me. And that's a very cool feature. Now, yeah, if you go too fast, if it loses you, I find generally it does actually do quite a good job. Now, if you press the trigger once, it goes into lock mode, but if you press and hold, you go into what they call active plus mode. Active plus appears on the screen. Also double tap the trigger and it will recenter itself. And in active plus mode, everything's going to work faster. You'll see as you make the different selections, it all appears on the screen. Auto, follow, and there is tutorials for all of this. Pan, follow, FPV, and then we go the press and hold. Active plus is there, and press once, and it should track. No, it's not doing it right now. Oh, there you go. And again, it's tracking, but it's going to track a lot faster in active plus to get those sort of sporty skiing, bike riding type shots. Another little trick, there is a, if you turn it round, if it'll go, Oh, it's trying to follow me. So one press of the trigger, it will stop following. And then now if I turn this around and open this flap here, you'll see that there's a shoe connector there for a Bluetooth or wired audio device. So you just open it and slide it in there. I've noticed that the DJI Mic 2 does fit. The Mic 1 does fit. The Mic 2 doesn't really. Maybe it could be modified. It's USB-C charging, but it will act as a power brick as well, so it can actually charge your phone as well. Then if we look back at the front, you'll see the wheel, and on the outside there's a wheel that you can turn, and that allows zooming or focusing. You select that in the settings. Another cool feature is if you press the trigger 3 times at the back, 1, 2, 3, it flips. And that's a nice quick way of doing that. You'll find that when you first install the app, it will automatically activate itself and update the firmware. With the feet, which are, quite compact actually, and I'd go easy with them because they don't look that hard to break. Push them in, but you've got that threaded connection there as well, so you can extend it. But you can also, if you pull up here, just move this like so, you've got your selfie stick with a knuckle. So if you want to do the classic, selfie stick movement, it's very easy to do, as is to start recording and take photographs just there. If you briefly press the power, it will tell you how much charge is in the device, and it's 25% increments. When you try and pull this out, the legs and feet won't open until you've pulled the smaller ones out, like so. And I've seen people use these for hanging this thing upside down in trees in certain videos. And so you want to be careful that it doesn't let you push it back. It's going to fall over like that, like me. That's me not being careful. So that will push in all the way, get your feet out. And I'll just show you the 2 magnetic mounts as well. Actually, one is magnetic. So this is an iPhone 13, and you get this in the box, okay? And this clamps on, and you put it says a camera there, and you put that on the same side as the camera, and you slide it over the back. There's quite a groove there, you can't really miss. So when you connect it to your device, just line up the groove, and that does work fine. And then the first thing I do is double click just to center everything, as you can see, and then I'll open up the app now. Find that, just go to the App Store, there it is there, Insta. Now because of the NFC, I'll explain that to you in a second. I'm just going to go confirm there. Oh look, and it's gone into playback mode, and you can do that by pressing and holding the 2 arrows there, and you can start viewing your different footage. Do that again, that you've taken previously, and then there's a back arrow to get you back into normal mode. Quick press and we're on the back camera again. So you've got this magnetic mount, they're £20. I think it does make it more convenient. It's less fiddlier than the bracket there. So you just pull these apart to take it off. Probably knowing me, I'll probably drop it, but just go easy, you don't want to damage your phone. And then this bracket only goes on in one position. That's what I learned, because if you put it up here, it's not going to work. It has to be above this sort of Apple logo. You can buy, if your phone doesn't allow for this, you can buy a case that will allow for this magnetic mount. Now I'm finding you need a phone newer than iPhone 12 to do the NFC, which links this device to the Insta, and then you can actually use the native camera, the built-in camera selection on your iPhone without the need for using the app, the INSTAFLO app, which is handy. And you can use things like, pretty sure, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, all those kind of things will now interact with this device. And the quickest way to activate it is to hit shortcuts, and then go down to automation, new, and now I've already paired mine, but if you go up to NFC, scan, and the place to tap the phone is on the top left corner. It's really important, yeah, because it says it's already done it, yeah. I can name the tag as well, and it says locates the accessory. It looks like it is doing it again, and then it uploads everything it needs. Sorry, it's a bit glary here. Uploads everything you need, and then you hit the connect. It says connecting, and now it's going to work, as I said, with all the apps that you would like. Just be patient, because it does take a minute or so to connect. Sorry about the jumpiness. We need an INSTAFLO, don't we? But anyway, it says done now, and now it's going to work, and I'm just going to name it my flow, and it will remember it then. Once you've done it once, you're all good to go. And connecting the magnetic mount is exactly the same. You've got that groove there. Just line it up, and it detects it. And then now I'll show you now, when we go to the normal phone app, just a normal camera, let's turn it around. You've got this green light on now. Let's find the camera app. Too many apps on here. It will now track me without using. So if we go to video, which we could press, I think now is it 3 times, I believe, 1, 2, 3, and it should just switch now. Maybe you need the app for that. But if we go to video and then switch the camera, for me, look, it's going to start tracking me, and I'm not using the app. Okay, and we'll do a 360, and it's tracking me, no problem at all. And it will track animals and dogs, and it'd be interesting if it could track my drone. That would be really interesting. Might just try it just for fun, because you know me, always tinkering. And to stop the active tracking, just press the trigger and then double press, and it will recenter. So in a separate video I will try see if it will follow a drone. I think it will on myself. It definitely will follow my dog and humans. And the handy thing about doing it this way, you can use all the settings that are in your app. But let's go back to in your phone. I mean, let's go back to the Insta app. You've got quite a few selections here. So the first one, I'm in the park, how to film, and you get all the tutorial there as well. As you can see, I've never done that before. Flash on. Sport, style, city, so different modes there that you can try out. Recording length, time lapse. If we move down, go to 4K, 30, or if you want slow motion, I think that pretty much they'd use 60, 1080 probably. I'm not a photographer, I'm just a hobbyist. Shutter speeds and modes. We're in auto mode at the moment, but you can switch mode just using the phone. You don't have to use the buttons. And then you've got some custom settings there. Option A, switch flow mode, swipe the smart wheel, so you can change what the wheel does. And you've got settings here. You can add a grid, histogram, selfie flip, and then I noticed further down GPS. This is where you can tell the wheel to be a zoom rather than, where is it? I saw it there earlier. A zoom rather than, a focus rather than zoom. You can turn off the tutorials there. Flow button operation guide as well, which is nice. And you've got hand gesture control here, where you put one hand up and it starts to record. Also voice control. Once enabled, you can use voice commands in Shot Genie to view related shooting templates. Okay. In joystick mode here, speed, zoom, tracking sensitivity, front cam auto tracking, horse tracking, reverse joystick vertically, horizontally, flow, sound and vibration, auto calibration, horizontal adjust. You can see there we've gone into time lapse, back to video. You've got different modes here: photo, video, time lapse, and it's changing as we do this. It's changing. Of course, we've got the joystick that I'm just using now to recenter this. More information here at the bottom: auto, that shutter speed, ISO. Can't quite read that. EV0 it says. Back to the home there, and back to the main app, and you've got albums, edit, settings, and hit the yellow camera, and it all comes back to life. So that's it for now. But you can just playing around with the little joystick, and it does actually take 360 photographs as well. And there's a lot more to this device, and the more you learn, the better experience you're going to have. Let's see if it will follow my cat. I've got it on my cat now. See if we can get it to follow. Here she goes. And we can hit record. Just follow where she goes. Let's go over here. And I've got it in F mode at the moment, follow mode. So if it was a fast moving cat, we'd go into the sport mode. So you're going to get some nice footage. If you know your settings and put some work into the settings, you'll get some nice steady footage. I'm walking around here, she's following me. Yeah, if you go too fast, it will lose her. Thanks for watching. And then if it goes out of control like that, double click, like so. You're back to some sort of control there, just by double clicking on the trigger. Bye for now. Thanks for watching my videos. All the best.